Welcome to Gaia's Love, a podcast of brief messages to help humanity bridge the gap to the new earth. My name is Vivienne Gerard. It is my delight to be a scribe for consciousness today, sharing the wisdom that flows through from Source. Here we go. Episode 69. It is Thursday today. Tonight is a new moon circle here at my home, and tomorrow night another new moon circle, and I can already feel how much beautiful magic is happening and just all of the energy that is arriving and landing and healing and expanding, and it just feels like such a beautiful, incredible day. So I arrive in this moment refreshed from a beautiful yoga class, excited to see my friends and clients and new friends, happy because the sun is shining. I come with a whole bunch of energy today, and here we are. So when I was in yoga today, I have this incredible, beautiful instructor who just is so gentle and loving and holds this incredible space for all of us. And today at the end of class, she guided us through this, what she called the simple man's prayer. It's a meditation that you do for a few minutes. And all I could think at the end of it was, I have to tell everyone about this. This is so powerful and so easy and just so simple. I guess that's why it's called the simple man's prayer. So I'm going to describe my experience of it and then set us up to actually do that for a minute together. And then my invitation is, if you're driving, just listen and reflect and allow your mind, your heart to take you wherever you need to go. And then when you get home, perhaps take 5 minutes and just sit in this position and give yourself the gift of the full experience, because it's so much better when your eyes are closed and you're able to focus and you're not distracted by, the busyness of life. So here's my experience, and then I'll set us in position. So the yoga kriya today was about our metabolism and moving some stuck energy. And so I arrived at the end of the class feeling very stretched out, very clean, like my breathing was deeper, everything felt really good. And then the instructor had us sit in, just what they call easy pose. You're just sitting with your spine straight and your legs crossed in front of you and your hands in your lap. And then you lift your hands up and cup them right in front of your heart. You hold them together as if you're going to receive something. And then she describes like opening up to receive whatever is going to flow in from Source or God right into your cupped hands. And I'll describe it in more detail as we do it together. So we do this. You can open your eyes or close your eyes, but I closed mine. And I'm holding my hands cupped in front of me. And she says, just imagine there's just this constant drip of whatever it is you want to receive. And so I started playing with, what would I want to receive, right? I'd want to receive water or golden liquid or light from Source, from God, or abundance. Just all of these beautiful options started to flow through. And then all of a sudden I saw myself at this waterfall. My daughter and I last year were blessed to go away for a week when she graduated to Costa Rica, which is this country of my heart. And I got to introduce her to it. And we went to this waterfall that's called La Abundancia, the abundance. And we're at the bottom of this huge waterfall. And there's just this ever-flowing supply of water. And it's so powerful, so powerful. So in my yoga class, I'm picturing myself at the base of that waterfall. And this water is like pouring into my hands. It was so strong, so forceful. I'm like, okay, I need to imagine that I can turn down like the intensity of how much is arriving in my hands. It was just so playful and fun. I could feel myself smiling and like coming back into the moment, and then smiling again and coming back into the moment. And I just kept holding my hands in front of me and allowing the picture in my mind to change as it was moving. So I could feel the abundance become more manageable, where it was still energy flowing like water into my cupped hands, but just gently flowing out the side, and there was no end. It just kept arriving and flowing, and so I was sitting there feeling like, am I wasting? Because there's so much water flowing through my hands and it's just going into the ground. Am I wasting the abundance? Am I wasting the surplus? And so I started to see other people's hands coming and catching the overflow from my hands. And there's a beautiful Zen card called Sharing that describes exactly this. When you just are in such divine flow that you share everything with everyone, because you know you're never going to run out. You just flow it through you and out into the world. And so I was just feeling that in this vision, this meditation of all this abundance flowing into my hands, and then all these people around me, catching the extra that was flowing out of my hands and into their hands. And then I started to feel this sense of, like, am I responsible? What if I get tired? Because when you're holding a position in yoga for a few minutes, your arms get tired and your hands can cramp a little. Like, what if my hands get tired and I can't hold this all the time? Am I responsible for them having whatever they can get as the overflow from me? Like, that doesn't feel good. I don't want to sit like this forever just so that everyone around me can have their own experience of abundance. Isn't it amazing what the mind can do so quickly? All of that was like in a minute or two. So I'm sitting there feeling the responsibility. I was like, okay, I don't want that, but there's this infinite flow and I don't want to waste it. So what if it's like a rotation, lots of people one by one are coming to the overflow from my hands of all of this beautiful abundance, and then they're going into their own area and creating their connection, because now they're reminded that they have their own abundance, because they see it. So they can go back and they can sit and meditate, and then they open up to their connection to Source or God or Creator, and all this flow of energy goes into their hands, and then they have people come to them who are catching their overflow, and those people remember. It was like, as I was sitting there, I could just see the whole world. Everyone just sitting in this beautiful position, receiving all of this abundance from whatever source we believe in. Like, everyone had their own waterfall. Everyone. And then we were all just sharing all of this beautiful energy and love and abundance and light. And it was so awesome. It was so awesome. And so I felt like this ease. I'm not responsible for anyone. Everyone has their own waterfall. And also, like, wow, my waterfall has so much energy that's coming in. And it's so beautiful to sit here and just feel that. What an incredible way to end a yoga class. Like, I floated out of there with my mom. Like, oh, it's so beautiful. So what I'm going to do is read to you the description. I Googled A Simple Man's Prayer when I got home, and then I printed out the instructions. The only edit I'm going to make, because this is just one of my little things that I prefer, I don't like saying man or woman, because we all are both, and we are all one humanity. So I am going to change the prayer in the way I describe it to a simple human's prayer. And that feels more true to me. So that is the title I'm going to give it. And then you can create whatever title feels right to you. But I will read to you what it says from the yoga tradition. It's Kundalini Yoga, which comes from the Sikh faith. And one of the yogis wrote this description. So here's what it says. It says, sit in easy pose with a straight spine. So if you can do it while you're listening to me now, go ahead and just sit, relax with your legs crossed in front of you. Try to not actually cross the ankles, just have the legs side by side. And then your spine is straight. Make a cup of the hands and hold them at the heart level, making sure the heels of the hands are at least 6 inches from the body. The sides of the fingers and the edges of the hands touch. Keep the elbows relaxed by the sides of the body. Breathe normally throughout the meditation. Upon completion, deeply inhale and completely exhale. Make no effort to control the eyelids or eyelashes. Keep making the spine straighter and straighter. There's this great quote, "A crooked spine will make you crooked even in prayer." I love that. And then the instruction is, feel that something is dripping into your hands from the heavens, the light of God, the flow of life, the supreme energy, whatever you want to believe in. It doesn't matter what you think of. Feel that something is dropping from above into your hand. Descend into this vision until you start feeling it as a reality. Just ask for a simple grace. And then the one who created this, he's quoted, Yogi Bhajan says, "I'm just telling you the original comfortable way of prayer. At first, everything is an imagination, like a blueprint. Then you start feeling the experience and it becomes the reality. That's the difference between imagination and reality. Just be simple. It should not be difficult for you to concentrate. You are not simple, and that is why it is hard for you to do it." Isn't that the truth? All right, so go ahead, and if you want to do this with me for a minute, we'll just do it together, and then I encourage you to do this on your own. So I'm going to be quiet for a minute, which is going to be a long time of silence on the radio. But also, allow your mind to go where it's going to go. Allow your breath to be steady. Keep your spine straight, and then just envision the drip coming right into your hands. So go ahead and put yourself in position, and then I'm going to be quiet for a minute. I'll bring us back at the end. If you're driving, wait till you get home. All right. Okay. So allow your hands to feel the amount that is flowing through your hands and the abundance, because it never stops coming. It just keeps dripping from above. Isn't that amazing? So beautiful. So beautiful. The simple human's prayer. I encourage you to practice this, to share this, to allow this to become your reality, where there is an ever-flowing abundance of light and love coming into your cupped hands, just waiting, just waiting to receive. Thank you. Thank you to those who created this prayer and those who continue to teach this prayer. So many blessings.
Thank you for tuning in to today's vibration. Let's take this message of pure love out into all of our communities and continue expanding love here on Gaia. So much love from my heart to yours.